Hey, welcome back to the Mid-State Podcast. How are you doing today?
Doing good.
Good. Hey, we just had a podcast, and in that last one, we really covered some really key things like who we are, the name change, the organizational website that's going to be launching, and so we did a lot of the updates of where we've been and who we are, and so today we just want to cover, what we do. Our arts, our academics, our athletics, and instructional classes, and all those things. So just really giving people a vision about what's out there, what's available, and how they can be a part.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
let's
man.
get into it.
All right, let's do it. So, it is the season where most of our sports for the year are wrapping up, or some of the ones are finally wrapping up. Because our sports run from August to May, kind of the school year type stuff. But man, we have some really incredible things coming up on the horizon for spring in our arts and academics as well. So, man, this is February 22nd coming up is the ASEL Fine Arts Festival. We have several students who are going to be competing with pieces of artwork and vocal performances and instruments that they're going to be competing with as well.
So where's that held?
That's going to be held at Louisiana Christian University on February the 22nd.
Do you know the time?
I don't offhand. No,
It'll
I
be
don't.
Where can they find that? It'll be on Facebook or.
Yeah, we're going to put Facebook posts out as well. So, what used to be AHA News will now be our Mid-State Facebook page.
All right.
And so
Nice.
they can find that there. No need to resubscribe and do all that. It'll be a seamless flow right there.
Okay.
And then the Fine Arts Festival at LCU will be there. And then you can also go to the league that we are in with our fine arts, academics, and sports is ASEL, the Accredited Christian Educators or Association of Christian Educators League, ACEL. So that's who we work through as a state as well and compete in. So
you can go to their website.
Their website is theacel.com.
And it'll have all the information about the
have
Fine
that
Arts
as well.
Festival.
That's right.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so they can catch all that there.
Beautiful.
Very good. Love it. All right, so let's dive into thinking about the Fine Arts Festival. That is going to be the 22nd, and so. People can go and watch those performances there as well. But then we also have a choir. Like it is a student choir, like middle school, high school students, and they are fantastic. I don't know if you've been to any of their recitals yet.
I have, and it's very well ran.
Yes.
Very well ran, very excellent.
Absolutely. It is professional. It is classic. The students just do an amazing job. You can tell, like some of them have sung in a church choir before,
Right.
It's like they have some experience, but
What our choir director, if we want to mention.
Robbie Briggs
Robbie
is our
Briggs.
choir director, and he does an incredible job working with these kids. So I'm excited for
And he's the
what
music
he's doing there.
music minister over at
First Baptist
First
in
Baptist.
Pineville.
Yeah.
That's right.
So,
that's
he
where
knows
is.
what he's doing.
He does. That's right. That's right. That's good. So we have that the choir. So their spring recital is going to be April 29th. I don't have a location on that yet, but just there'll be more information coming as we move forward with them. So yeah,
Nice. And then we also participated in Bible Bowl.
we did
Geography Bowl.
So we have an academics. ASEL has an academics bowl or competition as well, and so we had several teams finish really well. So proud of them. In Bible Bowl, our teams finished first and second in Bible Bowl. Oh man, come on, that's good
Putting out
stuff.
some great Christians over there, Bible knowledge.
That's right. That's
Awesome.
right. And in Geography Bowl, we also placed first in Geography Bowl.
Man.
That's right. So
Representing
I know, right?
Mid-State.
Mid-State is knocking it out of the park.
That's right, and we're just getting started.
That's right.
'Cause
So
a
there's
lot-
also classes going on. We've had biology, accredited high school course level classes, biology with a lab and an English intensive writing that we've worked on as well.
And so how do people become part of the credited courses that you're mentioning? If they're wanting to know when those are, how do they sign up, that kind of thing?
Yeah, so that's going to be part of our new website launch is that those offerings will be there on that homepage or clicking the tab for academics as well. and people can go and see what is coming up in the next year. So our plan right now is once we launch this website mid to late March, by May, we should have all the offerings that will be in the fall. So those will be listed so that people can start signing up. And
Nice.
parents have to plan their academic calendar year just like anybody else
Right.
when they're the teachers, being a homeschool family as well.
And so if they've never participated in these, the location, where are these generally held? Is there a specific location where these classes are held?
So, we're a homeschool organization. We don't have a brick and mortar anywhere, right? So we really depend on churches or other organizations that can help us we lease out rooms, or sometimes they're gifted to us at no charge, which is
So
a
all
huge
the
blessing.
accredited classes are not necessarily in one place. You've got to
Right.
find out where does that class meet
That's right.
specifically.
Right. So, for example, our biology class, Louisiana Christian University is allowing us to use their classrooms and their labs so that we can have some really high-profile biology coursework for these high school kids.
Nice.
First Baptist Pineville is one of those locations where the choir meets there, but in the fall they're going to be opening up more of their space to allow some of our courses to be able to be held there. So, Christian Challenge, they've been a great partner in the past as well, where Spanish classes and just all kind of places.
Yeah.
So,
Got it.
yeah, so we're really dependent on other people in the community.
Awesome. So that's academics, that's Bible Bowl, Geography Bowl, talked about the accredited courses, fine arts.
Yep.
Anything else to cover before we move on to sports?
Man, people always want to know, well, what does it take to start a class? Like, when are y'all going to offer such and such, right? And I do want to be clear, like, our job is not to provide everything for your child. It is a homeschool organization. But I know, like, my wife really appreciates having a biology class that is taught with a lab, because it gives them another level of something they would not have had at home. Yeah, we can do all the experiments and all that at home, but learning in a lab with biology or chemistry or whatever that may be just really helps supplement what our parents are giving our kids to. So
Yeah. Well, I think that's an important question to answer, Billy, because it applies to the academics, it applies to the sports too.
That's right.
How do we get stuff started in our organization? And this is a question that people have a lot.
Yeah.
It's almost like the stars need to align in a sense. Like, there has to be enough interest.
Right.
There has to be qualified people and people that also have the time and they're willing to get that initiative off the ground, whether that's a sport or academic. So you need a lot of things to align for that thing to be launched. But just that initial interest. We always want people to come and ask questions and go, hey, how can we help get this off the ground? But anything we've ever gotten off the ground is always from parents or an interested party saying, hey, we're willing to help get this off the ground. Now, the stars may not always align because you were the only person interested in it or whatever. There wasn't enough interest. But, yeah, when those things align, like we love to have those conversations and help get new stuff off the ground.
Yeah, for sure. And it's the same way with sports.
Yeah.
We have to have someone who's willing to put in the grunt work and put in the time and the effort and really get that going. And the board is there to help with those efforts and give you all the things that you need to help you do that. But it really takes people.
Well, I think that's the misconception sometimes as people come and they go, well, when is this going to happen, thinking that the board is going to do it?
Right.
But the board, as we mentioned in the last podcast, it's all volunteer. We all have full-time jobs that we're doing. So we need parents and volunteers that can take these things on, because it's not going to be a board-led thing in that sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oversight, but not
oversight, support, anything we can do to help. But, it needs to be driven by somebody else who can run that.
Right.
So let's go to our chartered sport. I love it. Volleyball. Man, it's how we started. I love volleyball. It's incredible. We have 3 teams currently. Well, really 4. We have high school boys, high school varsity girls, and a high school JV girls. And then we also have an instructional class for those elementary age who want to begin learning those skills, right, as they go up. It's hard to just jump into volleyball in middle school and never have had any experience before that. So we have these 4 different teams, all within one sport of volleyball, right? So it's kind of fun.
So first of all, I mean, how did our teams fare this year? How did they do?
Yeah.
I mean,
so our girls, our varsity girls, did well. They competed hard in D1 and didn't quite have the outcome that we wanted. And final that we had a couple of injuries that really hurt us there at the end of the season. And but they did well. We have a lot to build on for the next year. Yeah. Our boys, man, they made a run for the championship, and they went to the state championship game and was. Which is really cool that they were competing for back-to-back state championships, right?
Correct,
so they did fall a little short to the beloved CHA. Man, they are always fun to play. But
we love those guys.
Yeah, because last year it was a rematch. Yeah. So last year in 2023, our boys won the state championship in volleyball against CHA, and then this year, man, it went 5 sets. It was tight the whole time. But our boys just came up short at the end.
And that's is there even D2 in volleyball?
For girls, there is D1, so different levels of competition. Your D1 is your top, your most competitive, right. And then D2 is the next level of competition down from that as well.
But for boys,
so for girls, there was D1, D2, but for boys, it was D1. Just all of them in one. Gotcha. So they split those D1 and D2 when you have too many teams. To really have one league, right? So they split the competitive levels.
Yeah. So our boys were state runners up this year.
They were. So we had I think 6 seniors on the boys volleyball team this year. So we got some rebuilding to do, but it's exciting. We're ready to go.
Well, and so with that, we've got some coaching changes as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So Coach Jimmy White did a great job, man. I love that man. He really put forth a lot of effort and built these guys, and but this past season he has stepped down and said, "Hey, I've put in my time and my effort, and now I need to do a few more things in my life." So really appreciate him. So he has stepped down. His assistant coach Claire Elliott, she has also stepped away and moved out of town, and she has moved to Dallas and she's continuing coaching there as well. But we have a brand new coach as well, taking over the boys team in Amber Pollock.
Yep.
She is fired up and ready to go. So she's already making all the plans for spring. And there's going to be more info coming on that too. So
yeah, awesome.
Yeah, and
then what about for girls volleyball?
So for girls volleyball, Samantha Baum is our head coach there, and so she had her first year. We came on this past year and getting her feet under her and learning the league and learning the girls as well. And so they're poised to rebuild again this year and build off of what was started last year. So
awesome. Well, looking forward to another great season.
Yeah. So be looking for information on that as well. I think they have a spring camp coming up in April where they can go get some work in, and then tryouts will happen mid-April as well. Then teams are selected, and then they start their preseason in the summertime because their season launches in August. So that'll be coming up.
Okay. Basketball.
Man, basketball. Wow. So basketball
just finished.
I mean like days, weeks, in the past. So, but we're still kind of riding off of that high. Man, our second year of basketball season, and Blaine and Christine have been coaching for the last several years. So we started. How did we start? We started with a rec league for elementary and middle school. The next year, we started middle school league as well from that. And then year 3, we went high school as well, and a high school team. So now we're in the second year of our high school league. And so our boys were a force to be reckoned with.
No doubt.
They created a storm everywhere they went, right? But it was good. And our girls, man, they competed all season long. They've shown vast improvements as well. So at the state tournament this past weekend, our girls Friday night played CHA in the semis. Man, what a battle.
4 points. They were within
4 points. Man, I just think if they had one more minute on the clock, we could have pulled that out.
Well, they only scored 6 points in the first half, and then they had 24 points in the second half. So a strong second half.
That's right.
And it was just continuing to build. We were chipping away at that lead. and we got within 4 points of what ended up being the state champions. So we were
CHA
right there.
finished undefeated as the girls' state champion,
and last year.
And last year, so that was back-to-back for them. But our girls fought so hard. I was so proud of them.
But the good thing is we are losing one senior, which is Jade, but the majority of our girls are coming back. And
we're going to be a leader, strong team next year. So look out, guys. Here they come.
And then the boys, of course, we won the D2 state championship.
D2 state champions, right?
We were undefeated in D2 all year, beat many D1 teams. We were very competitive in D1 when we played. For those that don't know, I'm the assistant coach for the basketball team. So this is going to be, I'm talking a little more passionately about this sport than the other ones. But yeah, we were very competitive in D1. Had we been in D1, even as a second-year team, I think we would have been very competitive because the team that ended up winning all of D1, which was Bishop Nolan, we played at the beginning of the season and only lost by 8 points.
Yeah.
So we were right in there, which last year we were getting blown out by 30 or 40 teams like Bishop Nolan. So very good team this year, and we are losing 2 seniors.
Right. On that boys team. Yeah,
but we still have a strong group coming back and a lot of young guys coming up. So it's going to be a fun season.
It is. And it just seems to me, that a coach who has brought a team in year 2 to the state championship, even though, it is what it is, right? And not just coaching the boys, but also coaching the girls. And, you think, man, that's got to be a running for Coach of the Year, right?
Oh, what? Don't even get me started on that, Billy. I can't believe you brought that up. You poured salt in the wound.
I know. It's a little sore subject, but man, we have such an incredible team of coaches there, too.
In all seriousness on that, I mean, regardless of what the award was or whatnot, the fact of bringing 2 teams, both of them to the state tournament, that's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, absolutely.
And definitely shows Coach Blaine and Christine's commitment and skill level that they both bring to the table.
Yeah, I know. And just in all fairness, we're a little salty about it because
it's fresh.
It's fresh. We love our own people, but yeah, like hats off to Coach Jackson as well at Brighton. Oh, what a fantastic coach and what he's doing with that team down there.
Fantastic program.
That's right. That's right.
All of that. We love those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So no shame on them. It's just we kind of like our coaches.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what exciting, man. Basketball is a really fun year. And if you guys haven't checked out a volleyball game or a basketball game, like you need to go and check those things out.
Well,
they're so much fun.
Okay, on that, I want to add just one thing.
Ahead.
Because we have an unbelievable fan base. You're talking about these guys coming
out. Oh, yeah.
And you really see it. I haven't been to away games for volleyball, but away games for basketball. It's unbelievable because even at the away games, our fans, it feels like a home game for our kids.
That's right.
Because our
fans are the biggest group. Yeah. Our fans are the loudest group. Our fans are the most annoying group. And we kind of have this reputation of coming in and just irritating the other team, which is so much fun. We do
get some side eye. We get some looks, like, who are these people?
Right.
But we're excited.
We are excited about our kids. Yeah. And we're excited about winning, right? And so, what's not to like?
Some of them act like they've never been to a sporting event. They're just sitting there quiet. Not our fans. I'm talking about the opposing team.
Right.
And they see us all happy and celebrating, and it kind of annoys them sometimes. But
and we have coaches from other teams that come to us all the time after matches or whatever, and they go, I just want to thank you for providing a very exciting environment. Like, hey, at least the least we could do. That's our fans, man.
And as a testament to that, at the state championship game for the girls' game, our team, all of our fans, they did pick a team that they wanted to win, which ended up being CHA or CHA. Yeah. And they were the loudest cheering section.
Our fans were louder than CHA's fans.
Exactly.
It was funny.
Yeah,
it was funny.
And we don't even have a
look. We're teaching everybody how to run their fan section.
That's right.
That's good stuff. Well, good. So volleyball same way, basketball same way. And we talk about supporters and fans, but man, we have a cheer squad that this year in all of our middle school basketball games really did an incredible job. We've expanded that cheer squad as well. Bethany Butterfield is our cheer leader right there, a cheerleader, cheer captain, cheer coach. But she is doing a fantastic job. We had 18 girls this year with that cheer. Really get into a new level of cheer for them.
And
Like, it was so
is that
good.
a second year program? The cheer?
No,
or
cheer's been
third?
going on many years. Like ever since I've
okay.
been a part of it in 2019 is when I came to the
wow.
organization.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and I think they had been cheering even before then. So, I think volleyball and cheer have been part of those early inceptions. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's good stuff. So, cheer's another option that we have for people, and but we have another sport that just finished up as well, equally exciting, like soccer. Man, we have soccer in ASL is a co-ed team. So they just expanded this year from a smaller scale field to out to a regulation size field, and the style of game that we play and the coaches that we have, it was great. It really enhanced the play of our players as well. So our coach, Brian Rainwater, has been doing an incredible job with that soccer team. They are a fun group to watch. If they go out, they compete. They made it to the state championship tournament as well. The
Nice.
ASL does that. They have a state tournament for that soccer, and again, they made playoffs this year, went into consolation game, and they ended up with 4th place out of the state this year. So I'm really excited for next year. They have some leaders coming back on that soccer team that are really going to be a force on that field.
Yeah.
So it's going to be great. We lost a couple of seniors that are key, but I think we're poised for a good run next year as well in soccer.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
Very
fun
good.
times.
And then baseball, man, this is exciting because this is
Baseball. So this is year 2 for middle school baseball. So last year we had I can't remember how many teams we had last year. 2 teams, maybe. Yeah, we had a 5th, 6th
2
team, and
teams,
we had
yeah.
a 7th and 8th
2
grade
teams.
team last year, playing in a local independent league, right? But this year we've even expanded that now. So we have 3 middle school baseball teams. We have a 4th, 5th team that plays up in the 5th grade league, and then a 6th grade team and a 7th grade team. So 30-something, around 30 middle school athletes just right there with
Wow.
baseball.
And then the varsity.
And then
as well.
this year is
So-
our inaugural year for high school baseball.
Right.
We have a game.
8th graders will be playing with varsity.
Yeah, 8th grade now has moved up to play
Yeah.
with varsity. That's right. So yeah, we're building. We're a young team, fresh organization. We have 1 senior and 1 junior and a whole bunch of 8th, 9th, and 10th graders. So
Yeah, and you're
it's
helping
good.
with that, Billy.
I am.
Corey Chandler.
Corey Chandler and Amy Chandler really started running and organizing it all. So they're great.
You're one of the assistant coaches this year
yes.
for the varsity boys.
Yes, for the high school boys. Yeah, so it's going to be fun. We have a lot of potential. We actually had a scrimmage against CHA, and it was a great day. Like those coaches, again, it's this organization we love to play. We love to compete. It's kind of like our rivals, but we're nice about it in some way. We love to beat them, but. It really showed us what we have to work on and the potential that we have for our baseball team.
Well, one of the big challenges for baseball was getting a field, getting a place to play, and we went through a lot of work trying to find a location for that. As you said, we're sort of a transient organization, so we didn't have that. And I don't know if you want to share about where we're playing and the
for
upgrades and
sure.
stuff.
Yeah, we will be. Ward 9 has been gracious to us in allowing us to use their fields as our home field. So we'll be playing all of our fields at Ward 9.
Yeah.
You're
making it sound way simpler than it was, though, because there was some work in getting to play there, and I was really excited when we finally secured that.
Well, the story behind the story, I guess, is to save time, though. There's 2 fields way in the back there that don't get used a lot, so they're allowing us to make one of those our home field, but it's got a lot of work that needs to be done.
Right.
So it's not ready for play this year, but what they're allowing us to do is use one of their turf fields as our home field. So, Field 6, if you know those fields and field numbers, Field 6 will be that turf field that's kind of our home field for this year. But Field 7 in the back is the one that we're developing to be our home baseball.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. So just takes time, sweat, and money. That's all it takes. So like it's easy.
When does the season start for baseball?
So season started this past week. So February 10th and 11th is the start of the baseball season. February 11th, there's a game as the first game. So, by the time this airs, like that, we'll already be,
well on your way.
Well on our way, starting the baseball season. So, yeah, it's good stuff. I'm really excited. We have a group of great guys. So let me just mention some of the head coaches on some of those. So 4th through 7th grade, we have 3 different teams down there. You have Jeremy Campbell, Gene Taylor, Kerry Westbrook, and Justin Morgan. All those are helping coach all those middle school teams down there.
Nice.
And with the high school team, you have myself, Corey Chandler's our head coach, but myself and Wade Poole and Brandon Holloway are all assistant coaches there.
Yeah.
What a great group of guys to really lead into our young men. Like they're doing a really great job. Not just teaching baseball, but correlating that to life as well, in manliness and godliness and character and all the things they're building into those young men. It's fun.
That's going to be a great program.
Yeah,
it's going to be
absolutely.
Oh, and on that, we were talking about adding. We're always adding new athletes. I remember with baseball, with varsity baseball, we added, I think, 6 newly rostered athletes. And a newly rostered
never rostered in any other sport.
Any sport.
Right?
So newly rostered athlete means they've never played any ASL sport in the organization, period. So it was 6 new athletes just for baseball.
That's right. Yeah, that's exciting. And it's just stuff like that just keeps building and adding. And
some momentum.
It is momentum. I love it. I love it. So good. So baseball's kicking off, and that'll run through middle school will run through the end of March, somewhere around that time frame, and then high school baseball run through the end of April. Playoffs and state championship happening after Easter. So that'll be fun. We're excited to see what's in store for us this year.
Great.
Yeah. So we have, with all this baseball, all the girls said, "Hey, what about us?" Right? And so we had a parent, a couple of parents get together and go, "Well, we need a middle school softball team." Right, so let's start it. So this year we have a middle school softball team playing in that independent middle school league as well with other. So who do they play? Just like with the baseball teams, they're playing all the other public and private middle schools around in our city. So they have a little local league that they play in.
Right, because I don't know if this matters to people, but ASL is varsity only. Right,
right.
There's no middle school teams in the ASL organization.
Yeah, it's high school. Yeah, ASL is high school sports, so varsity, JV, all of that. Yeah. But middle school, there's no state league for that.
When we do middle school teams and stuff like that, we have to find our own teams to compete against locally and things like that.
That's right.
There are benefits to that because you don't necessarally have to travel all the way to Baton Rouge and Shreveport to play.
Oh, yeah. When we play in ASL, we're playing all over the state.
All over the state.
Yeah, it's fun. So softball this is our inaugural year. They are doing a great job of building the right way, which is really fun to watch. Coaches for those teams, head coach there is Emily Mullis. She's really launching into this year with lots of great determination, yes, but organization. So It's really fun to watch them go. Yep.
So softball is new, varsity baseball is new, and then now we are also adding track.
That is a new sport for the spring as well. So that's 3 new sports this spring. High school track, which will have, I think, 3 meets, maybe 4, coming up this spring. And so when those meets are, where they are, all that information will be on our website too. So Christy Smith is our track coach. It is girls and guys track. I think there's 9 runners or athletes there on the track team, and they started February 10th as well with all of their sports, and they are running and practicing at Tioga High School. So again, thank you to these local schools who are allowing us to use their tracks and their equipment as well. So love it.
Now, if we have because all of the sports we've mentioned so far, they're sort of closed in the sense that their seasons have already started.
Right.
So what would be the next, if we've got people listening that are saying, hey, I want to get involved, what's upcoming? What would be the next sport in line that people could potentially be getting ready to sign up for? Would that be volleyball?
So volleyball is coming up next. There is a volleyball camp that's happening in April. I don't know the exact dates yet, but that'll be on our website. But there's a volleyball camp. You need to sign up. It's girls and boys. They host it at Louisiana Christian University, and the coaches there help do a good job of partnering. Like LCU's coaches and our coaches, they partner together and put on a camp. So it's to build skills. It's to get a feel for the season, knock all that rust off from the winter as well, and then start gearing up toward tryouts. And tryouts will be a part of that. So they don't the camp is not required for tryouts, but camp really serves as a way to get the rust off and get your feet back underneath you before hitting tryouts.
Well, and that's one thing we did change in the organization this year is that every sport will have tryouts.
That's right.
This year, going forward. Beginning with volleyball, there'll be tryouts for every sport. So just prepare for that if you hadn't had that in the past in your sport. And then so to sign up for volleyball, they just go to our current website.
That's right.
And go to how do they they click volleyball?
They'll click volleyball and it'll take them to a link to where they can do that. But to sign up for the camp, right?
Yeah.
So tryouts will be held. You don't have to sign up on the website for tryouts and all that. Once you make the team, you'll be given a link to sign up for that sport and given all the appropriate information.
So first step would be
sign up for that camp.
Sign up for the camp.
Yeah. If you have any questions, you can always email our coaches, and those emails and contacts are on our website too. So
nice.
Yeah. So that's that one, and then basketball. I think gearing up for next year will be the next one on our list, and soccer as well. Basketball usually holds a camp for them. Yeah. For anybody, whether you play basketball or just interested, it's usually mid to late July.
Yeah, July. Yeah. And then, like you said, you can come to the camp even if you don't plan on playing on the team. You can be part of the camp. We always have kids that come and just have fun.
And that's a great partnership with LCU as well. Like Coach Mason over there helps put that camp on. And, man, it's just phenomenal, the amount of work that goes into these opportunities for students. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So those are the only two sports I think that are coming up on the horizon, and soccer as well. So there'll be more information on soccer coming up. Check all our website stuff, and then with all these athletes, we're like, we need to train in the off season, right? And so we have some options for a strength and conditioning class that students can take as well. So that's coming out too, but yeah, like how do we train in the off season? Because we want to get better, right?
Continue producing
champions never rest, right? So that's good. Well, man, I think we've covered most all of it.
I think so.
We've covered a lot in this podcast.
So. I mean, we'll be doing some more, but for now, we've got a lot covered there.
Yeah, I just want to take the opportunity now just to thank parents. Like our parents are incredible. It takes everybody's involvement to pull off all the things for these kids, to provide these opportunities for these kids to grow. Because like we said several times already, they're gaining more than just athletic abilities, right? Athletic instruction, or they're gaining more than just arts instructions, or how to play or perform with their instruments or their voice, and or even academics, right? So they're gaining more than that in our classrooms and on the sport field.
Yeah, and I want to encourage our parents too to be advocates, for our organization, because I mean, you're the best advocate by sharing your story and how you've benefited from your kids being part of VAH. There are a lot of families that are thinking about homeschooling, but they don't know that their kids would have an opportunity to play sports and be part of a community like this. So, be vocal about it. Let people know. And I know we do that. We also pastor One Life Church. And so we're always telling people in our church about Mid-State now and, the benefit we get. And so we've had families from our church join as well because it's just a huge benefit.
Yeah, it's hard to know what's available when you're homeschooling and what's out there. So, our best advocate are our people. Yeah. Spreading word of mouth. We can have Facebook pages, we can have websites, we can have all that, but man, our people are the best advocates for us as well. So
definitely.
We appreciate them.
Yeah, and we appreciate you, Mr. Billy.
Yeah, and you as well, Josh. Thanks for your time today and for the conversation. It's always fun to talk about the things that are happening. So
awesome. Thank you.
All right.